I think a man having that understanding of game and knowing how to talk to a woman any moment is that supersedes any kind of Instagram account, dating profile. That's what I believe, because you never know. You might one day lose all that and you've got you and your wits and that's it.
Can you talk about how Instagram changed things? Like now it was like this one weird thing where you could like stunt on another guy. You could show you had more than another dude, or that women would have more followers than other people. And you started to see almost like the status hierarchy that happened on there. And there was, again, I'll just use the example of Dan Bilzerian because he's a friend of mine. He started getting disproportionately high numbers of women coming after him, and he was doing less and less. He was showing less and less effort. And I'm just curious, like, did that did that change have an effect in the dating market? Let me see if I can back up and say this. What I've seen from Instagram specifically is that it helped a small group of men get a ton of access to women, and a large group of men have a lot more difficulty, and that it also took a lot of women out of IRL situations. Whereas before they'd get validation from showing up in their new dress or pulling up in a nice car to a club, that didn't exist anymore. They didn't need to do that. They could get their validation through social media, and so that changed the dating market. Is that what you've seen?
Yes, I mean, there is a lot of women going around now who are tens on Instagram, who are fours even in real life, and they're getting that same amount of validation. I mean, look, even on my Instagram, I'm not going to lie, I get so much validation from it. And I'm
Yeah.
like, you know, I can't imagine what the 25-year-old women are getting, the really, really hot ones that, post a lot more than I do. I would say to guys out there, okay, I'm going to ask you this question. What's the difference between dating apps really and Instagram, would you say? Like in terms of like when people are using Instagram to date?
Yeah. So on Instagram, I'm living my life passively, and then you get to join. And the other thing is, like, when I post a story, you can see my story. I can post funny memes, and my memes can just be about my life. And I can post up-to-date things about my cats or whatever. And so I can live my life passively and generate attraction triggers with low perceived effort. But when I do it on
my question, I asked it incorrectly.
Mhm.
So if you went on a dating app, you signed up to a dating app, what would the difference be between your dating profile and your Instagram page? Would there be much?
Yeah, there would be difference. I'm a little bit a bigger proponent of like showing fun times and pre-selection on Instagram than I am on dating apps.
That on a dating profile, you can't have this picture of you and Miss Nevada on there.
You can. I wouldn't make it the first picture. I maybe like number 6 or something like that. But
you could kind of convey that lifestyle that you live on a dating app, correct?
You could. The problem is you're also exposed to there's 6 times as many men as women. You're just exposed to more women on Instagram than you would be on a dating app. That's the other reason why I prefer Instagram to dating app.
But just going with that logic, you would still then clean up more than maybe not the 4%, but the 10%, let's say,
sure,
more than the 9%. So a guy that doesn't have your lifestyle and he's on Instagram, in that case, is still fucked. Do you see what I mean? So if he's on dating profile on Instagram, he's still fucked.
Well,
he has good looks or the lifestyle.
For sure. There are ways to show the lifestyle, and there's also the lifestyle can be, let's go to Red Rock. Let's stand in front of, Westminster's Abbey. There's different things where I can show access to scarce resources. I can show competency, relevancy. There's different ways to have a good social media profile. No matter how good you are at cold approach, I think you should have a really good social media profile that shows that you're a well-rounded human being, that you have a physique where you're not overweight. Like, I do think if your social media profile should be something where you work to get into better shape and go do more fun, cool things so that you can show it on social media, I do think that's been very helpful. I can tell you personally, it's been outrageously helpful in that type of situation. And my clients, that is what I help them do.
No, but you have that lifestyle. So when you meet these women, it's not like they go, "Oh, I thought you had this incredible lifestyle, and actually you're just a loser." You're the genuine thing. You're putting your life.
Absolutely.
You might be hyperbolizing some areas of it, fair enough, enhancing some areas, but it's pretty much accurate.
Yeah.
So for me, I know the 3 guys that I know who have the most phenomenal game on this planet. One has a social media account, which is the most pathetic Instagram I've ever seen, of him falling off a skateboard, his dog, and something else. He cleans up with women. The other one, also terrible Instagram account, and the third one doesn't really even have one. He has a Facebook or something. They clean up. So it is possible. Guys can do it.
For
They
sure.
can go out and learn a game. And I know it's worked for you, but if guys don't have that lifestyle and they have put up this kind of fake, strange lifestyle, and then the girl meets and is like, okay, you're a loser. Again, it's that investment of time is wasted, okay? Then isn't it better if he just says, I'm not on social media? And again, goes to the dating app thing going, I don't want to be one of those guys on Instagram. I love my life. And that's what one of the guys did, by the way, that I met. He was just, I don't want to be on bloody Instagram. I don't want to be on Facebook. I'm loving my life. And that I found very attractive. So it can work. So I'm saying your idea can work, but also just saying I'm above Instagram. I'm above it.
I think it's harder and harder to be above social media because of the prevalence of the users. And the other thing is like, so I have 800 clients in my program right now, and the thing, well, the first thing we do is have them have a social media. We still teach them how to talk to people in real life, but we teach them to have a social media profile that shows different things that are, again, competency, relevancy, access to scarce resources, and high status. We have them show those things, and they're not faking it. Like, for instance, if I travel, I'm not faking it. I was at those places. If I'm helping
I'm not saying you were.
No, any of them, any of the 800. If I go to an animal rescue, I'm not faking it. If I go to a toy drive, I'm not faking it. If I actually adopt animals, I'm not faking it. If I go to the gym, I'm not faking it. Where I'd be faking it is if I was trying to show AP watches and Lamborghinis, and I don't ever tell my clients to do that. There's no money ever involved with my program. We don't do that. What we do is create social circles by using social media, and our ability to message 4,000 or 5,000 people, that makes it a lot easier for then we throw these massive events where it's 7 girls to every guy, and that's what makes it so much easier in my program. That's what's worked for me for the last.
Widening opportunities. I do get it.
Mm-hmm.
With having a really good Instagram account, you've got more opportunities. But it does become an extension of a dating app to a certain degree. You're using it to date women. You're using it for other things also. You use it for your business. But I think it's very important that a guy always can go back to that source. He can always say, I can do it without any of this. Because you can have your Instagram removed. You can have it removed at some point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or you can just lose followers. I don't know, something happens, God forbid. But for me, all that stuff, it's all extras. For me, it's about the guy having good game. Because let's say he has that incredible Instagram account or dating profile and he is handsome and he goes and meets the woman and he's got no game, he's got no chat, doesn't know how to talk to her.
Yeah.
He's back at square one. He's almost back at square. I mean, he's going to get a few of the girls who are just interested in the lifestyle, of course, but he's really back to square one. I mean, I've helped celebrities who've said that they like to, celebrities in England, I should say, who can't get women outside of UK. No one knows who they are. And they come to me and going, it's so easy for me to just pick up women in England because I'm in this soap opera and EastEnders or whatever it is. But when I go to America or Brazil, no one knows the fuck I am and I have to learn game. I think a man having that understanding of game and knowing how to talk to a woman any moment is that supersedes any kind of Instagram account, dating profile. That's what I believe, because you never know, you might one day lose all that and you've got you and your wits and that's it.
I lost my Instagram one time for impersonating Michael Sartain. Swear to God. It was the craziest thing in the world. I'm like writing them. I'm like, but I'm me. It was so funny. There was all these fake accounts of me that had popped up, and they were claiming that I was fake. It was so fucking stupid.
I've got them too.
Yeah.
I've got the fake accounts, the real Kezia Noble. It's really annoying because people are like, I messaged you and you ignored me. I was like, that's not my account.
It's so funny, dude.